Hello from Gym 66 HQ. We have had a few questions from our class members here about what to do when toes to bar are in a workout. Can I scale for something else? What progressions can I do so that I can do a toe to bar? So today we're going to be answering those questions and also talking about if you need to do them, why you might want to do them, and how you can sub in other exercises that train the same muscle groups.
First of all, you need to ask yourself, why do I want to do toes to bar? If you are going to compete at a fitness event, CrossFit, and you need to be able to do the full movement for it to count, then yes, you need to be able to do toes to bar. If you are just coming to the gym and for kind of general health purposes, no, you don't need to do toes to bar. There are so many different things that you can do for your core other than toes to bar.
So before we talk about alternatives or progressions to get you to your toes to bar, we're going to list some things that might be stopping your tracks at the moment and you will need to address in order to get there. The first one is your upper body strength. The toes to bar obviously requires some grip strength to hold onto the bar, some strength in your lats to pull down as there's a little pull in the movement. So you do need the necessary strength in these muscle groups to perform the movement. Our second point, which kind of leads on from upper body strength, is your body weight. As it is a body weight movement where you're not holding a weight or you're not picking a weight up from the floor, you're actually moving your own body weight. If you're carrying excess body weight, you will find this movement tough.
If you have an injury or any previous injuries, it might be holding you back. For example, me, my back with toes to bar, it's a lot of flexion and extension through the spine. That is not good for my back, so I am not going to then try and do toes to bar because it's obviously going to make my spine worse. With injuries can also come lack of mobility. So if you've had a shoulder injury and you haven't been training for a while, your joints become stiff. Again, in the toes to bar, there's a lot of shoulder action. If your mobility is not there, you're going to find the movement a lot harder, and maybe there will be a higher risk of injury because you're not mobile in your shoulder joint or any other joint.
Now we're going to go through 4 progressions to the toes to bar. 2 of them are going to be on the floor and 2 of them on the bar.
First up guys, dead bugs. A staple down at 66. So we've got to make sure that our lower back is completely flat, okay? Just put your hand so nothing is going underneath that back, in between the back and the floor. Legs up, knees bent, arms up, okay? Opposite arm, opposite leg down, okay? Nice, slow and controlled. Making sure that there's no movement in the lower back, okay? The core is fixed. Sets and reps, again, is all dependent on your ability, okay? Try and aim for 3 sets of 10 to 12 as a start. Next up guys, we have rig assisted reverse crunch, okay, or knees to chest. Again, we've still got to quite focus on the lower back here. We don't want any movement through that, okay? You've got to be solid. So from here, Frank is then going to tuck his knees in all the way to his chest. Notice how it's 1 vertebrae at a time. Yes, his back does come off, knees to chest, and then he's going to come one vertebrae at a time back down, and then extend his legs, but keeping his lower back flat against the floor. Heels touch, and he comes back, rolls, knees to chest, 1 vertebrae at a time, locks that lower back down, extends the heels. This is a lot tougher than dead bugs, okay? So again, depending on your ability, 3 sets, 10 reps. Now we have the knees to chest on the bar. First of all, before we address the core, we need to address the shoulders once we hold onto a bar. This is where you require your upper body strength. So Frank's gonna show us a dead hang. Okay, so a dead hang, the shoulders are inactive, okay? His ears are pretty much been swallowed up, okay? From here, he wants to pull his shoulders down, active shoulders. Now you can see his neck and ears. Okay, now all of his shoulder muscles are working to keep them stable. From here, Frank is then just gonna pull his knees into his chest, as high as possible and then slowly control it down. Okay, and again. Good. Notice how there's no movement in the shoulders. As the reps go on, he doesn't lose that shoulder activation, okay? Last progression, guys, is a strict leg raise. Again, we're gonna be on the bar, which means active shoulders. We are now increasing the lever, which is gonna make this a lot tougher on the core. Okay, so from here, Frank's just gonna lift his legs up as high as he can and then lower them down slow and controlled. What I mean by longer lever is now his leg is extended. It's gonna make it a lot harder for him instead of having his legs bent. Good stuff.
So there's 4 progressions that you can work with that are going to get you stronger in your core before you try a toes to bar. Everything we've worked through has been nice and strict, and we focused on building strength in the necessary areas. You have to earn the right to be able to do a toes to bar. It's quite a complex movement that is also requires, as we said, a lot of mobility and is done at quite a high speed. If you just jump straight into a toes to bar without building the strength first, that's when you're going to risk injury. We recommend that you can perform all the 4 progressions, 4 reps before you even try a toes to bar. Obviously, in addition to getting stronger, you're going to have to learn to kip to perform the toes to bar. That is a completely different video and more technique focused than what we're talking about today. However, if your goal is to get to a toes to bar, please do not forget or ignore what we have said, as building the strength is going to come first and is more important than learning to kip if you're a beginner.
So going back to the start of the video, we asked why you need to do toes to bar. If you're competing, yes, you need to be able to do that, hit the progressions, then go to the toes to bar. If you are going to the gym just for general fitness, there are so many different ways to train your core than just toes to bar. We listed 4 to help you with the toes to bar, but there are so many more on top of those 4 that can get a solid core.